Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. My name is Kay. And what about you?
My name is Ahmed.
Sorry, Ahmed, right? Is how it's
Ah,
pronounced?
uh, Ahmed. Ahmed. Ahmed.
Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's not
Yeah.
Ahmed, but like
Yeah.
Ahmed, right?
No, not
No,
no.
not like a
Ahmed.
K.
Hmm.
Ahmed.
Not K. No, not
Ahmed.
K. A H
Oh, yeah,
M.
I know, but I know it's H, but what I mean is because I've met an Ahmed before in Canada, and it's spelled Ahmed, but the way it's pronounced, it's
Yeah.
different. It's like
Yes.
Ahmed, like
Yes.
okay, okay, good.
Yes.
And where are
Okay.
you calling from?
I'm from Iraq. I'm teacher in.
Iraq.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm teacher. Yes.
an
I
English
teach
teacher.
English. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice, nice. For how
Thanks.
long now?
It's been going to be 8 years teaching in primary school,
Okay.
and I'm looking for about the perfect way or a magic way or fast way to be like native speaker.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
you want the native speaker accent
Mhm.
or right? Okay, okay. And how long have you been, on Cambly?
Uh, Before I used Cambly, but I first time to use Cambly today. Today is first time to use Cambly because Cambly
Okay.
it's
Oh, well.
to admire yourself with English language because talk with a native speaker like you or like others.
Yeah, exactly. So here
Mm.
on native sorry, here on Cambly, it's all native speakers actually. So
Mm.
okay, and what made you decide to teach English?
Uh, Conversation. I want to
Oh,
learn
what I
conversation
mean
first.
is
Yeah.
what I
Mm.
mean is when you decided to be a teacher, why did you choose English?
Because English, I like English first, and English language is international language.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
universal language, right? Exactly.
yeah, it's
Okay,
universal
so
language. Yeah.
have you ever had the opportunity to travel to an English speaking country like Canada, US, Australia?
Yes, yes. When I speak, I have that like that plane to travel, but not these days. Maybe in the future to
Oh,
visit
okay.
as a
Which
tourist.
yeah, which
Uh,
country would you like to visit the most?
Most in Canada or USA.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
okay. In Canada, I want to visit Vancouver,
Oh, okay.
and I think Vancouver is very nice city, and Ottawa in Canada,
Okay. What
and
about Toronto? Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto. Toronto's where I'm
Toronto.
from.
Okay. Welcome to you and to your city. Toronto or Toronto?
So native speakers, so people from Toronto, we don't
Mm.
pronounce the T. So we say
Oh,
Toronto. So it's
mm.
silent. That the
Sure.
second T is silent.
Mm.
But if you're not from
But
Toronto, then
okay, but
then yeah.
when I pronounced Toronto, it's wrong or it's okay.
It's okay, but the thing is, they'll people will know you're not from Toronto
Mm,
because
mm,
you pronounce the T. Because if you do get to go there, you'll notice,
mm.
native speakers, people who are from there, then you'll hear we don't pronounce the T, Toronto. So the T is silent. So
Mm.
Toronto, no, Toronto.
Okay, okay, okay. Tell me about is there a way to speak English or improve my English language?
So I mean, you've been exposed to English already. and
Mm,
because you've been teaching it. But the best, because for let me tell you from my experience, I was born in the Philippines, grew
mm,
up in Canada, and when
mm,
I moved to Canada, I didn't know how to speak English. So
mm.
really worked for me and helped me was that I love to read. So when you read, you
Okay.
come
How long?
across
How long time did you spend to learn
in
English in
Canada,
Canada? 6 months.
there's no time frame really. I was a child, I was only a little girl, and of course gradually your English does get better and better. I wouldn't say
Mm,
that it only took me 6 months. I think it maybe took longer than that, but
mm.
yeah, the thing is, yeah, you
Long.
can speak
Uh,
basic English, but
m- More
yeah,
than 6 months or less than 6 months to learn
I
English
I
in
I,
Canada.
I don't remember how long it took me,
Oh,
but
okay.
I was only a little girl, you know, and I was
Mm,
in elementary school. I was in grade
mm,
two, I think, and I
mm,
was in ESL class, and yeah, I
mm,
eventually we became very, fluent. But of course, you can speak basic English, but it's all about how much vocabulary you have, right? So to be able to express yourself the way you want to without having to pause and think, how do I say this word? I want to say this, but I don't know how to say it. So the key is to always build on your vocabulary. It's like a baby. When they're born,
mm.
they don't know any words, they don't know any language, and eventually they learn a
Okay.
word, one word, 10 words,
Okay.
50
Let me
words.
ask you about the language. Which one is first to learn? Language or grammar, or language and grammar together?
So language is the actual language, but you're talking, what do you mean? Because I kind of don't know
Ah,
what you mean by language and grammar. Are you
okay,
talking
okay.
about speaking?
No, no, yes. I speak about which is learning first, speaking and learning grammar, or learning together. Which one?
I think
Learning.
I think I think you have to learn it together to learn grammar, because you have
Oh,
to understand what you're
yes,
learning
yes.
in grammar, right? I mean,
Mm,
grammar are there grammar rules, but they're also in
mm.
English, so you're learning both at the
Okay.
same time.
Uh, there's an formal language and informal language, right? In any language in the world.
Oh, you mean like slang? So there's like
Yes, yes, that
formal
exactly.
and then
Yes.
slang.
Okay.
Exactly.
Uh, as I learn a second language and I teach English in primary school, learn a formal English or informal English or learn together.
I mean, when you are teaching in school, you're supposed to be
Yes.
teaching formal
No,
language,
no,
right?
no, no, not no, no. For me, not for my school or for my student. For me, I learning slang or
Okay.
formal or learn together.
Not really slang, but I mean, you have to know common phrases and expressions, because
Mm,
yeah, because there are, common phrases and expressions that are slang. You have to be familiar
mm,
with those phrases, because I don't know if you notice, but native speakers love to use idioms and phrasal
mm,
verbs and slang. So if
mm,
you're talking with a native speaker and you don't know what they're saying, then of course you'll be like confused. So what did they say? And yeah, like those idioms, sometimes they're like slang. So I'm
mm,
not saying pay attention more to that, but of course formal too language you have to know,
mm,
but both at the same time. There's no like, oh, I should learn this first, but yeah, it would be good to familiarize yourself with those
mm.
common, like I said, expressions, right?
Okay, okay. Tell me how I can improve my English language to be like native speaker, to read article, listen to story, listen to news, listen to movies, talk to the native. I live in Arabic country, and my people in my country speak Arabic and Kurdish. In the north, we speak Kurdish, and in the city when I live, they speak Arabic. A few people, I think, just tutor, and if you tutor a few teachers to speak English, not we cannot use this is it's common language. How can I improve English language
Yeah, exposure.
with
So
the
you
with active way and fast way?
to be honest, a lot of people want to learn the language fast. I
Mm.
mean, it's all about what you do with your time. It's about the time you invest in the language. So you could do everything that you said, reading, and then watching movies, listening to podcasts, and also of course practicing. It's all about the exposure to the
Okay.
language.
Listen to the podcast. Even I don't know the words. I don't know the podcast. Even they don't the meaning of the vocabularies or the sentence.
Well, the thing is, of course, when you come across a vocabulary word that you don't
Mm,
know, you have to take the initiative to look up the word. So you have to find out the meaning of that word, right?
mm.
And when you find out the meaning of the word, then try to use it in sentences as you're speaking, because that'll help you, of course, build on your vocabulary. So, like I said, it's all about learning new words so that it can become part of your vocabulary, so that when you're speaking, you won't have difficulty trying to figure out which vocabulary word you're going to use. So it's
Okay.
all about building on your
Yes.
vocabulary.
Yeah. I
Okay.
get it. I get it. Thank you. Tell me about my English right now. I think I speak with you maybe 12 or 13 minutes right now. Okay. Uh, Tell me and assess my English language. Which level right now? A1, A2, B1, B2. You understand my vocabulary, my pronunciation. You discuss with me for 10 minutes or more than one, right? Tell
I
me
mean,
about my
10
English.
minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes is kind of hard to assess someone's level of
Oh, yes.
fluency in English, because we've only
But in
really.
general, we have I don't have we don't have interview for the job right now,
Oh, I
but
know.
just
Yeah, I
just
know, but you
just
have to
assessment English.
understand. You
Yes,
have to understand that
mm,
when you assess someone's level of fluency, you
mm,
talk about various different topics. I mean, we've
yes,
only really
yes,
talked
I know
about
that.
me telling you how to improve your English, right? So for
Mm,
me to say, oh, tell you, okay, your level like B1, for example, it's kind of hard to give you that
mm.
assessment, because I don't
No,
want to
it's
give a
okay.
wrong assessment, right?
Mm,
But
mm,
you can understand me, right? And you're able to respond. So I'm not going to
yes,
say that you're a beginner, right? So
mm.
you're able to carry on a
Yes,
conversation.
we can say intermediate.
Yeah, of course, intermediate,
Mm. Oh,
intermediate.
okay, okay, thank you. Do you know the website to use it to improve my English language for stories and jokes and
Oh
articles?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
Mm,
I mean, a lot of my students here love to use this
mm,
website for articles. So these
mm,
articles have vocabulary section and also discussion questions.
mm.
So
Oh,
this is what
Ingo.
they like.
Oh,
Exactly,
that's
Ingu.
amazing, Ingo.
You've used Ingu before.
Yes, I
Yeah.
when I was use Cambly, I use Ingo.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of
Uh,
my students love to use this.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Is there another website or just Ingo? This is
Just
Ingo is American website or UK or Canadian website.
I'm pretty sure Ingu is uh I believe it's Japanese or Korean.
Oh, okay,
I'm not
okay.
sure.